Howdy y'all, welcome to Hazen Barrel Craftworks, here on the Hazen Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist, and as you can see today, I'm on my own. Jay's not here today, he's on daddy duty. He's daddy to my two beautiful twin granddaughters, and daddy duty always comes first. This week we started reviewing my favorite South Dakota distillery, Black Fork Farms, and I thought today I'd continue that and do a couple of lower price point whiskeys. We started with Cask 120 that was about $110 a bottle, and we did a wheated that was right around $70 a bottle. And for tonight I've got Walleye Rye that is a $40 bottle, and I've got a South Dakota Honey Wheat that's also $40 a bottle. I'll start tonight with the Walleye Rye. This is a really nice rye. Usually for myself, when I do a rye, I like about a 10 to 12 year rye, and this rye surprises me. It's a 5-year rye, and it's quite good. The reason I like a 10 to 12 year rye when I go with a rye is because, for me, as you know, when I talk whiskeys, I always tend to like a whiskey on the sweeter side, and usually on the younger ryes, for my palate anyway, that rye spice tends to be more prominent. And as they age, again, for my palate, I find that when they get up to that 10 to 12 years, the ryes have the sweeter notes in them, and I love that sweet. But this rye at 5 years is nice and sweet. But at the same time, it's got a lower proof. I like my whiskeys usually in that 100, 110 range is my sweet spot. This one, if I remember right, is right at 96. Yeah, 96 proof. So a little bit lower proof. I think that helps a little bit probably with how smooth it is and how easy it is to drink. But at the same time, when you nose this one, it's easy on the nose. That rye spice doesn't hit me right away like most ryes. It's quite easy to nose. There is some rye spice, and when I say rye spice, to me, it's clove is usually the strongest spice I get in rye spice, and to me, clove and cinnamon come in together. Again, that's just my nose. Everyone's whiskey journey is different. Everyone's nose is different. But when I say rye spice, it's a strong clove and a strong cinnamon together. And on this rye, it's more of a subtle cinnamon. Cinnamon's a little bit more prominent than the clove, but they're both there together still. And that cinnamon's nice because the cinnamon to me is the sweeter spice, to myself anyway. And so it's nice, and it's not strong. At the 96 proof, it's not a lot of ethanol on it, and the nose is quite nice. Yeah, and there in the palate, it's the same thing. That cinnamon comes through first. I don't get a lot of clove on the palate, but that cinnamon comes through for the rye spice. Very subtle. And the sweetness, the rye spice comes first, but that sweetness then turns into just a nice, I'll call it a subtle caramel. Not super complex like higher end ryes, but still nice, easy to drink. And for a $40 bottle, that's a good rye. But now back to my sweet tooth when it comes to whiskeys. And that's going to bring us to this South Dakota honey whiskey. And this one, you can tell it's unfiltered. You get sediment on this one. And the proof is quite a bit lower on this. I believe it's down to the 40s. Yeah, 48 proof on this one. We'll give us a little bit of a pour. Yeah, and on the nose, I mean, you clearly smell honey, but the honey that you smell is like, it's more of a raw honey, and there's really no ethanol on the nose at all on this one. It's pure, maybe a little bit, but it's more raw honey on the nose. Really what it smells like, I'm a mead maker. I like to make myself some mead. And for those of you who may not know what mead is a honey wine. And you put mead with you can make mead with just honey and water. And then you put in your yeast, and that yeast activates by feeding on the honey, and that makes your alcohol. And what this smells like, it's just a higher alcohol mead. Mead doesn't tend to get to be very high alcohol. It's just like wine, but this just smells like a higher alcohol mead, but that honey is really prominent. It just, yeah, that's really what it smells like. Yeah, and that's a nice sweet dessert whiskey. So if you're at the end of a heavy dinner and you just want a nice dessert whiskey, this South Dakota honey whiskey from Black Fork Farms is a really good one to end your night. Or if you're like me, if I have a couple of whiskeys in a night, I like to end my evening of having a pour or two with a nice dessert whiskey, I call it. This is the one that I like to end my evening with, is this South Dakota honey whiskey. Nice and sweet. It's really good. And that's just a good way to end this evening and to end this video. So as always, take it easy when you drink. I'd like to have you all coming back. So good night from the Alchemist. Don't drink and drive. I'd like to see you back here.